13 love, 13 knowledge, 13 wisdom, 13 respect. This is your creation 13. God's plan. What is that? Why do so many people have to be, almost obsessed with that term? God has a plan for you. Today there was one that said, God's plan is to make you rich, right? Make you have all the money in the world. Only believers can be rich. God only has a plan for Christians. God only has a plan for Mormons. God only has a plan for the New Age. God only has a plan for you, or for the church, or for the world. As a deep observer, observing that, there's a lot of power, narcissistic power in those words, because if you're selective, and you're selective in your religion, selective in your doctrine, just very selective in general, that has an impact on you a lot, and it plays with your mind psychology-wise, and it makes you lose touch with the personal relationship with God. It makes you lose touch with having a conversation with Christ. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? It's because somebody, a person on this screen here, has set a plan in motion for you, right? It's an agenda, a purpose for you. So you just nod your head and go, oh, okay. Or it impacts you into emotions or something of that nature. And it's important to understand and identify that you have to build the relationship with the Creator. You have to build the relationship with Christ and allow Christ to have a conversation with you about the plan for you, right? Christ will show you. Christ will communicate with you. Christ will show you things around you, bring people into your life to reveal the divine plan and purpose for you, right? You don't need to have a person on this screen tell you what the Creator's plan is, what Christ's plan is, because that'll be revealed to you if you ask. And just, from my personal experiences, it's never a yes or no, or hey, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. It's kind of like, hey, there's a shift coming. Hey, it's time to relax. Hey, this is a trial. Hey, pay attention. It's those kind of moves, and conversations you're going to have with Christ and the Creator. Because at the end of the day, the higher powers, the divine presence, is not allowed to fully impact this reality, but they can give you hints and tips on how to. And this is where it gives you that self-empowerment over your life you got to gain confidence in, right? If you don't have self-confidence, then you're always going to go to the screen for answers, right? And again, you'll end up missing the opportunity of what the Creator's plan is for you. You're going to miss the communication of what Christ could be showing you or leading you in your life at the end of the day. I just wanted to make this video to kind of express that and give you a different perspective of things, right? There's so much selectiveness, there's so much dividing into groups and tribes and all these things with the agenda of using these key words: God's plan, God wants to make you rich, hey, God's moving this, God's making this revival, or God's creating this movement, things in that nature, right, to kind of hype people up, right? They use that psychology in sports, they use that psychology in movie trailers and video game trailers. They use these tactics as hype. And you don't need a hype what's already set, right? Because you have the divine spark and you have the way of communication to the Creator, to Christ, and you have to build that relationship. And people don't know how to even do that, right? We're learning, I'm going to be talking more about the root word for prayer, but you communicate in that way. Meditation, the trance state, that's in the Bible. That's how you communicate. You got to communicate in that realm and make a connection in that way. Otherwise, you're just having people think for you and just having people give you selective narratives to make you feel better, kind of like a prescription, right? I'm going to get deep or dive deeper into that as well. But at the end of the day, discover God's plan within you. Discover Christ's plan for you. Discover the Creator's plan for you by yourself, so Christ can guide you in a lot of the things that you've been looking for, whether it be healing or a shift in your life, or anything that you have been searching for can be revealed to you. And I always recommend going out into nature and just meditating in the sun, praying in the sun, and allow the communication to go within you. And all you got to do is just be that conduit and allow Christ to communicate with you. And whether you got to get newspaper, that probably means something. Getting the news, there you go. Receiving the news from the Creator, from the Son. See, there you go. Receiving the news from the Son, getting your daily dose of news feed, right? Basically downloads, right, at the end of the day, for a new age term, getting downloads. But yeah, literally start tomorrow, right? Or today, or whatever, whenever you watch this, just go outside and just start communicating. Find out the plan for yourself. Don't rely on the screen to tell you what God's plan is, because you already got the plan in there. You just got to find it and unlock it, and then just go with it. So I could talk forever. So love yourself, keep shining bright. I'll talk to you all later.